Hello violin players. In this lesson today we are learning to play Lightly Rode, and this is in the key of A major. So we're going to play the A major arpeggio as well today, and we're going to start with that. And when you know the D major arpeggio, as we learned in our previous lesson, the A major arpeggio is exactly the same, but you started on the A string. So will you join in with me playing the A major arpeggio, and we'll see if we can manage. In a moment I'm going to project it on the screen, but let's see if we can work it out without the notes first. So I'm starting on the A string, I'm playing with long bows. Here we go, A, 2 on A, E, 3 fingers on E, and let's repeat that. Here's the music, so let's play that again, and awesome playing. 2 things for you to remember. When you bow with long bows, try to push that bow arm forward so you get really nice straight bows. If you find yourself playing like this, can you see what's gone wrong here? My bow has slipped across the fingerboard like that because my arm was by my side. Instead, if I stretch that bow arm forwards this way, in this direction, then my bow tracks really nicely here at the contact point. Can you see? Now my bow is much straighter. Having a straight bow improves your tone quality. So if you feel that you're sort of sliding here, that's one thing to consider. Now another thing, you know the 3rd finger on the E string is the highest note. Test it with your open A string. Just to check that your tuning is absolutely perfect. And finally, so this is actually a 3rd thing to remember, is can you see that I'm leaving all my fingers on the string? So when I play that 3rd finger on the E string, I'm not playing it only with the 3rd finger, but I've got fingers 1, 2 and 3 on the string. So when I play the arpeggio, from the beginning I'm playing A, 2 on A, which is actually 1 and 2 on A, then E, 3 on E, but that is 1, 2 and 3 on E. So try to place your lower fingers down when you play a higher finger. So if I play a 3, avoid playing only the 3. Play fingers 1, 2 and 3. Then you've got a really good technique. We're going to play Lightly Rode next. Here is the music, and you might play it but I'd like you to start on that 4th finger, because that 4th finger, that pinky, is the smallest finger around. It has the smallest muscle. So we want to practice it more than any other finger really to give it a fair chance. So I'm going to play A, 1, 2, 3, 4 simply to find the tuning of your 4th finger. And that's my starting note. I'm starting at the heel of the bow. Long bow now. Upper half now. Long bow. So it's fine to play the open E strings right here. But then when you play the 2nd line, Add your fourth finger again, and you might even take a moment to find that finger. Add. That is amazing playing, and you will have noticed your piece has got a little bit longer. Yes, it's got a little bit easier maybe as well, but because your piece is a bit longer, you're building stamina, and that's where your progress lies today. Have you spotted sections of the A arpeggio in this piece? And can you see the point of why we're practicing the arpeggio alongside this piece? I want you to get into a position where you start to recognize the keys of pieces. Now this piece is in the key of A major. I know that because the piece finishes on an A and it has 3 sharps in its key signature, and those are the hashtags at the top of your piece. So if that is the case, you've got the 3 sharps and you finish on an A, you know that the composer is using all the notes of the A major scale and the A major arpeggio. I want you to go back now to the previous lesson and check out that that piece finished on a D and it had 2 sharps in its key signature. So 2 sharps and finishing on a D is the key of D major. And similarly, if you play in the key of G major and you know the G major scale, you have 1 sharp in your key signature and you finish your piece on a G. And these 3, G major, D major and A major, are the 3 most important keys to learn to play in when you're a beginner. And if you've covered all 3 scales and all 3 arpeggios, you can play any pieces in those 3 keys. So you're doing fabulously well. What I'd like you to do now is to go and find music books and have a look at the pieces there and check out pieces with 1, 2 and 3 sharps, because you will be able to play all of those. Of course, you want to keep it simple, stick to the nursery rhyme type pieces at this stage because we don't want the rhythms to be too complicated, but you can play every single piece in those 3 keys now. You have done fabulously well and made fantastic progress. Of course, when you're consolidating your skills, in the meantime, you might go over this whole series again and see if you can perfect the bowing techniques that we learned in the earlier lessons of this course. And perhaps you can play your scales and arpeggios every day so that you get really, really good at them. You might even consider working out all the letter names of all the notes that you can play on the violin. So you can play around with the techniques that I've offered you, and I'm hoping you're having a lot of fun. So if you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so now and share this video with all of your friends. Please write in the comment section down below this video how you're getting on. It's really, really interesting for me to hear from you how you found this course. And finally, do consider becoming a member of Henriette's Violin Club. In this series, we've got 1 more lesson left, so I look forward to seeing you very soon. Goodbye.